Uganda's Supreme Court started hearing the appeal against the Constitutional Court ruling that upheld Parliament's 2017 removal of the constitutional age limit for presidential candidates that was set by the framers of the Constitution in 1995. New Vision TV brings you the matter in a nutshell. The framers of Uganda's 1995 constitution had set the age of 75 as the upper limit at which a person would not be allowed to stand for the office of president. They also set 35 years as the limit for seeking the presidency. However, after the limit had been observed for 2 decades, during which period 5 presidential elections were held with President Museveni standing and winning all of them, a motion was brought to Parliament to remove the upper limit by private member Raphael Majezi.
I need 2/3. 2/3 is should be understood is 2/3 of the voting members. We have some members who are not voting members, like the ex-official ministers. We need about 290. I expect, and you'll see whether my expectation is right. I expect between 310 and 325.
Cabinet decided to support and take up the motion. Passing of the motion would enable Museveni, who will be past the 75-year age limit by the next election 2021, to become beneficiary and be able to stand again for the 6th and more times.
But I'm quite sure that has been uploaded.
The motion was taken to Parliament, and Democratic Party President General Norbert Mao spearheaded the initiative to resist, which was dubbed Tojikwatako, meaning don't touch the constitutional article on age limit. Members of Parliament opposed to the amendment mobilized to resist its passing. That is when the new legislator and musician Robert Kyagulanyi emerged as the unofficial leader of the resistance. These MPs started wearing red headgear over Tarabush, which some NRM leaders, including General Moses Ali, objected to, saying it was Islamic wear and therefore blasphemous. Eventually, the Tojikwatako movement adopted a red beret, which has now become the uniform for the People Power movement. The debate and the removal of the age limit proceeded with the then leader of opposition Winnie Kiza leading a spirited resistance to it on the floor. But when it appeared that the NRM side was headed to passing it using numerical strength, the opposition, virtually led by Robert Kyagulanyi, started singing the national anthem endlessly to make the continuation of the proceedings difficult. Minister Ronald Chibule was accused of smuggling a gun into Parliament, and Speaker Rebecca Kadaga later confirmed that he did, though when a body search was conducted, he had already apparently been assisted by a female member to smuggle the gun out. As the singing continued, a big group of soldiers in civilian clothes entered the Chamber of Parliament, and an hour-long physical fight broke out with the opposition MPs. Eventually, the security men won and the MPs were arrested, several of them seriously injured. Mukono's Betty Nambo's spine was broken, and Mitiana's Francis Zake suffered major concussion, and the two are still undergoing treatment. The motion was eventually passed and the age limit removed. A concerned citizen and trained lawyer, Male Mabilizi, petitioned the Constitutional Court. He was joined by 6 MPs led by Winnie Kiza, represented by Elias Lukwago and Ladislas Rakafuzi. The court sitting in Mbale, however, dismissed the petition, thus upholding the removal of the age limit. The petitioners, with the Uganda Law Society, appealed the Supreme Court, and Male Mabilizi delivered a truckload of support documents for his appeal to the Supreme Court. The cost of preparing for the appeal ran him broke, and he even appealed to the public for help. After the 2 days hearing on January 16, 2019, the court is expected to set the date for delivering its ruling. Whatever the verdict of the Supreme Court, important points of constitutional law and of democracy have been raised, and this will hopefully guide efforts of deepening democracy in future.